Well, hello there. This is Shane from Shane's Books and Review, and I hope you are having a great day today. I'm recording this on a Sunday. Wow, go me. No, it is what it is. Essentially, a lot of things have been going on. Getting super excited about a move that's getting ready to happen. And I'm probably going to make a video about that here very soon. Disclaimer, the place is a mess because employee that is on the other side of the company has been off on vacation. I've been stuck doing everything by myself. Quite frankly, we've outgrown where we are, but that's why we're moving, and that's awesome. So today's book is going to be Will Destroy the Galaxy for Cash, wrote by Yahtzee Croshaw. Okay, so we've already gone over the first book. Zach, if you would please. This is certainly a continuation of the first one. So in the first one, we left off with, what was his name? Dashing Pierce and or Jax McCune. Anyway, the long and the short is this guy is the man of many names, and whenever we left off on him, on the last book, he was facing some legal issues. In the opening of this one, we find out that he squandered all the money that he took with the false identity, and then the rest of the money went to his legal fees. And so, with that being what it is, he's still at the bottom of the barrel, and everybody else is doing better. So, yay, go you, Dashing Pierce. Not exactly the best businessman there ever was. So, he gets wrapped back in because he's desperate, needing some money with his straight woman ally, which is in the book kind of in this one, but she's more of a shadow figure. She's not really going on the adventures with him in the same manner of which she was in the first one. She's still there, she's still on the trip, but you just don't hear from her near as much. And of course we have some of the same lovable, dumb creatures in the second book as we did in the first one. And the storyline is that there's this thing that they're going to go make a heist for and take from the con that's in honor of Jax McCune or whatever. Something else gets took during that time period. It's just they have to work their way through that. Let's talk about the narrations. And the same guy that wrote the book. But in the second one, I could tell that he was more familiar with the process, and so they did a better job with what they had with his material. So that was awesome to see an improvement in that. However, it wasn't necessarily a strong book. To be fair, it was a fun book. Didn't know what kind of situations he was going to be getting into. I didn't know how he was going to be getting out of it. There was a couple of interesting anti-characters in it. One of them had the power of telekinesis and just really didn't put forth effort on anything, and so he would just flick a finger and something would happen. There was a couple of things that was true to, I felt like if somebody did have those abilities and used them so much, what would happen to them whenever they actually had to do something. And then there was the little people that he met on a station that, thought that he was a deity and all that kind of thing. It did have a couple of good sci-fi ticks to it. Not sure if I would go back and read it on a yearly basis per se, but I'd probably read it again, and probably back to back with the first one, just so that I can see if I would feel the same way whenever I read it a second time around than I did the first time around. Feelings of the book. What did it bring out of me? Well, there was a couple of laughs, but most of it was the anticipation of, could we please come on? Could we please get to it? Could we please get the... And what I didn't realize is this is pretty well just a book of a little bit of action and a whole lot of description. And sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes not so much. I don't think I would put it really high up. It would certainly not be on my top shelves of going to definitely recommend everybody read this year. It's not that kind of a book, but it does have comedic value. Now, in the first book, there was a whole lot of discovering who Dashing Pierce, the man of many names, was. There was a couple of scenes where he was on a planet and he thought that what was happening was real, and it come to find out it was like a tourist trap attack. A tourist trap attack. I can't even say it. Attraction. There we go. Talking is easy, apparently. As far as the rest of the feelings, there really wasn't a whole lot. I didn't have a whole lot of payoff for this book whenever I read it. I didn't feel rewarded for my efforts, and I hate to just kind of blast, but it really just didn't do it for me. Yes, it was quirky. Yes, it was fun, but there wasn't enough to keep me interested if he comes out with another one to get a hold of it, unfortunately. There was a definitive storyline from point A to point B. There was a couple of subplot diversions that happened along the way to make it more interesting and all that, but I just didn't feel like it had the same heart as the first one did. So for that, I can't necessarily say check this one out. With that being said, question of the week. You are on a yacht and you land on a metal encased island, and whenever you land there, there's these interesting creatures that look kind of like humans, but they're only about 2 feet tall. They start inundating you with all kinds of ad type sounding nonsense, like thank you for staying here, thank you for choosing us, here are the amenities that we have, etc. They make it out to be like you are the godhead of the universe? Do you call them out on it and say, no, I'm just a person, you got this all kinds of screwed up, and try to figure out where it came from and help them move on from that? Or do you play it up like you are God? Just curious. I'd love to know down there. Beyond that, it's time for the user recognition. Thank you for these wonderful comments. I really appreciate it. And as far as the timing of this video, this is going to come out several weeks after this has actually happened, so I will try to respond to them. But yes, Scott Bricks, the man. To me, he's got the voice of honey, and he is an incredible narrator. There's been so many times where I've listened to a book that he has read aloud or gone into a studio to produce, and it just, his flavor of doing things and taking things and on top of that transforming them so that it is almost a transformative work makes it so much more interesting to me in his narration stylings. So I agree with everybody about that. Oh, the next book. There's this little author by the name of B.V. Larson that I really enjoy. I'm pretty sure that I've already reviewed Armor World. There's a new one that had come out that slipped by me by the name of Clone World that I want to check out. So I'll be doing a review on that very soon. And beyond that, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. This is Shane with Shane's Books and Review. I hope you enjoyed the review today. I hope you found something a little bit informative in it. And I will see you in the next video. Now I'm curious. Which one of those two videos will you choose? That one or that one? This one's probably going to be for us. And this one's probably not going to be.